video, I'm going to teach you how to use something called JamBoard. Now, I would like everybody to use JamBoard for their presentation, and I'll give you an example of why in a second here. But you should first get together with your group, and you should produce PowerPoints. Everybody should probably do their own PowerPoints for their own section and maybe put their name on it. So here I have a PowerPoint from something I once gave a presentation on. And maybe up here in the corner you put your name, or down at the bottom or something, put your name to say that this was a PowerPoint, this was some information that is yours. All right, and you need to combine your PowerPoints. All right, and here I'm on Office 365. The college gives this to you, so you can log into Office 365, and you should upload your combined PowerPoints and probably label it, like this is John's, and this is Sam's, and this is Susan's, and this is Betty's, and this is George's, or whoever is in your group, and put them in together, labeled with who's doing what. Also organize them so that you know how you're going to present. I leave it wide open to exactly how you present, but the idea here is you can take these PowerPoints and you can save them as images, and I believe it'll work with PowerPoints too, but we'll do it as images. So if I download these, and I say download as images, so I can download my presentation as a set of images, and you can download them. And here we go. I'll go to them, and then we can look at the slides. And so here is an example. Now they aren't, I have to open them one at a time. All right, but yes, indeed they do. You can actually, I'll probably give you this, something similar to this presentation in a few weeks. But the idea here is you need to get them into JPEGs, if nothing else, and from there you need to go to something called JamBoard. Now JamBoard, you do have to have a Gmail account, so at least one of you will, and then you'll scroll down, and if you don't have this, you can go add this to your apps, but it's called JamBoard. Now I realize you could have used slides instead of PowerPoints and then just switch them over, but JamBoard is here, and let me open JamBoard. Now I have a lot of JamBoards already made. If you go down here to the plus sign, this is linked to my Google Drive, so whoever has a Google account can link it to it, or can just, there are several ways to use it. You don't have to have a Google Drive account, but I'm going to create a new JamBoard by hitting that plus down in the corner, and from here I get 20 slides. Now I don't know how many slides you will need, but you might need more than 20. I don't know. It depends on how much information you can put on one of these slides and how many you cannot. Now what you have to do this, and the way I want you to do this, because I think this is worth doing, this is how you do a group presentation remotely. So that's kind of what I want you to learn to do. I want you to learn to give a group presentation remotely. And you can add your slides. So I go over here to the left, and I can go find slides, and I can browse, and I think I put those in downloads. If not, here, I'll just grab a JPEG. I don't know what it is of. Oh, it's somebody's test. Better not do that. Gene's WebP. I'll just grab something here that's, well, that's not a JPEG, but it'll work. Alright, and I can load my slides here. And then you go to the next one and you load your next slide. So wherever you have your slides located, well, somebody's quiz. Okay, some picture somebody sent me. Okay, so you can download these things. All right, you can download your slides. Now the thing that you can do that's extra here that will be interesting is that you can add text. All right. So if your name, maybe this is the one. I am, here I'm Professor Johnson, so I'm the one giving this one. You should probably do something like that. You can add that, but you can add other things like captions. So maybe you want to caption down here. Replication. That's what this is. All right. All right. Now you can also add sticky notes. All right, and I can type in. These might things to help you, not just the viewer, but to help you organize yourself for this particular slide to talk about it. The topics. Maybe you say, okay, we're going to talk about what is replication. All right, and and you can put multiple sticky notes up there, but let's see. So you can do this and place those, and you can move them. All right, and do whatever you want. I like sticky notes. Now, usually put more than just one thing in here. I'll put a list, and then I'll put some other topics over here. And these might be things you want to read. Not everybody is good at giving lectures and stuff. And so maybe you simply want to read it. Other people just might want to talk. It's easier for them. But you might want to put several stickies over here to help you remember what you want to say about this particular topic, and it lets the listener read what you do. So this is more like an individual. I think of this as an individual slide itself. I can put a set of slides that all talk about this picture. So in other words, there's a lot I want to say. I can put lots of things here all around really about what I want to say, and it's all about this picture, and you can talk about it without going to a new slide. You can have your list of things you want to talk about over here. It also lets the viewer read what you're saying as well. Now, there are other things that you can add and do here. One thing is groups. You can draw on it while you talk, and you can do it with different pens and different colors. So I'm going to do it with yellow, and I'm going to take this large one, and so I can draw like that, or I can take the blue one and take this pen. That's a different one. I can take the red one and take the skinny one here. Oh, that's the shaded one. That's the weird one here. This is good for highlighting. Okay, I just want to show that piece right there. So you can do stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. You can do that while you're giving a lecture. And I haven't actually done this for you guys, and I should make mine. I used to do this all the time with this particular app. I should probably go back to doing that and using it. It's what's reminding me of. You can make little shapes, if you want to adjust it while you're doing it, and you can do stuff like that. Don't know how useful that is. You can erase your stuff if you want. All right, and my favorite piece, though, is if you're doing it while you're talking, all right, you can hit this. This is the laser pointer, and it's going like, you don't want it to be permanent. You just want to talk about it. So down here is the 5', 3', designation for the DNA, something like that. If you want to talk about something and you can talk about it, here is the leading strand, here's the lagging strand, and we are talking about replication. Here is your fork progression going in this direction. All right, stuff like that. So this is useful when you're giving a presentation, and you can design it. And what I want you to do is to combine your PowerPoints and try to fit them in 20, but if you can't do it in 20, you can make 2 or even 3 of these things. They're just limited to 20. All right, you're not going to get more than 20 slides in this. And 20 is usually good for a presentation, but depends on how much information you've got to cover. Maybe you do need to go over 20 and you make 2 of these, but I don't think you would go over 2 of these. Now, what do I want you to do? How do I want you to format it? Well, the great thing about this is you put all of your slides up here, and all of you, all right, everybody in your group can log in. You just have to have a Gmail account. So if you have a Gmail account, all right, I can go up here and I can start a new meeting. And so this is kind of like Zoom. It's a Zoom where you don't see people's faces, but instead they get to log on and control the JamBoard. So I can start a new meeting. You can use a meeting code and everyone logs in. So you can start a new meeting like this, all right? And you don't have to use Meet, all right? But once everybody is in there, all right, let's see. No, this is just the standard thing. I have to allow it. All right, you don't actually have to use Meet where you show people's pictures. I turned that on, but we don't actually. Let me turn that off now. No, actually, I've forgotten how to turn off Meet now. So leave call. There we go. All right. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked here. This is if you do want to show people's pictures here. You just go share. I am sorry. And now, all right, so you can share. I'm on here, but I can share this particular, I copy the link. All right, done. And then I just email the link. I stay logged on, all right, and I share the link with everybody. And what you can do is everybody can do the presentation that goes. In other words, more than one person can control what's going on here. You have to give permission. Whoever started the meeting has to give permission to people, but just give permission to people. Let's see if we can do that. I don't have another peer. Oh, restricted. So what you want to do is grant access to anyone with a link, and then you copy the link, and you want to make everybody editor. All right, so now editor, access, now copy the link. All right, done. Send that link to everybody, and everybody should have editor privileges and share privilege, all the privileges. And you can go through and say 2 people could give the presentation on one slide. And then you go to the next slide, and a different combination of people might work on this one. So now there are other things you can do. This is small, for instance. So you can zoom in. So that's something to be aware of. Of course, it acts kind of funny when you do that. Let me see. You have to click the arrow and then move it. So the arrow lets you move things here. So I moved it. But you can do this, and you can make things different sizes. So you just have to learn to use each of these functions over here. Now, what I want you to do is take your PowerPoints, load them into here, and then I want combinations of you, or just one at a time, to actually create a presentation. Now, how do you record it? Well, you can record with Meet. Let's see. I usually don't. I just record the screen. So one person might just turn on their computer. If they know how to record their screen, they could just record the screen, and that would record it for everybody. But let's see here if I can get, if you do use Meet, I believe you can, I don't know actually. I don't use Meet, I use Zoom usually. If I start a new meeting, which is what we did before, now can I record this meeting? Raise hand, turn on captions, settings. I don't know how to record the actual thing, but what turn on no, maybe you can't, I don't know. All right, so but you can record the screen, and that's what I do. That's what I'm doing right now. I have recording software, and Windows comes with a recording program, so you guys can practice. Everybody can get on their own computer. Everybody technically could record it, and I guess have your own version of the entire meeting, but only one person would actually have to record it on their computer, and then you could edit it once you've made the recording. There is editing software. I don't know if anybody in your group knows how to do that, but you could do it, but there's no need for editing. I'm not that picky on it. But I do want you to make a recording, and what I'm going to do, you're going to turn that recording in, and I am going to post it on the YouTube channel, and I'll save it there for future reference. But I want everybody to make at least, it should be at least 15 minutes. Probably close. I'm thinking 15 to 20. But you should have at least, of course, 15 slides, 1 minute per slide, and you have up to 20. So you should try to think about how to do that. So what kind of things are you going to be putting on these slides that you make on your PowerPoint reference? Well, the stuff you want to put is this, the stuff you did for your annotation. You're also going to want to create in your PowerPoint presentation besides this type of material. So you might have a slide of nothing but this. This would be a great slide where you explain what's going on and what you've done. If this is something you did, you should report it. Now, if you have something from a paper, all right. So let's say we have something from a technical paper. Let's find the technical paper that we used. Let's see if I can find that paper. Yeah, that's going to be usually in the form of a PDF. So you might have to convert that PDF to a JPEG, because I'm not 100% certain. Let's actually check that. Let's see if I can upload a PDF to PNGs, WebPs. I don't see PDF. I bet you can't because it doesn't give you. Let's go all files here, and let's see if I can put worksheet 1 on here. Is not supported, so no, I can't do PDFs. So you are going to have to convert your PDFs to JPEGs. So if you have a technical paper, and you'll have a lot of those technical papers, you might have a screenshot. You could probably open it and take a screenshot, or you could just convert the PDF to JPEGs like we did. You might convert it in, upload your PDF if you can get 365, Office 365, to read your PDF. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. You could certainly then convert that to PowerPoint slides, which you can then convert back to JPEGs and upload. So there's one way you can do it. But otherwise, you do need to get everything that you want. And I would suggest taking pictures from the papers. Make sure to reference them. The papers that you have, you should have like, diagrams, and maybe they show you pictures. Let's see here. Let's open a paper. We had that one we were looking at. I think I have a paper on here. So for instance, here I clipped out a picture, a screenshot of the beginning of this paper. So here I have that. I grabbed this protein off of the paper, so I wanted to show what the protein looked like. I grabbed a picture of the organism. Here I took a screenshot of a dot plot I made, right? So here is me using a dot plot, and it's easy to see what's going on in this one, right? More dot plots, and of course you can zoom in on these. Don't do it like I did. Here you can see what this one, I colored in my dot plots here. It's kind of crude, but you can certainly see, and then I reference these sequences. So do something like this, where I'm talking about these, and here GST1, GST2, so these are different things that I'm talking about, and as you can see, they're bioinformatics related. Okay, so I grabbed something out of a paper and put it on here, and here is actually what you're doing. So here is actually exactly what I'm asking you to do. I was annotating this, and of course you've seen how I annotate things. Well, look, I made a legend, all right, and I put potential splice site. Now this is going to be what you do for eukaryotes. So open reading frame, start codon, and so I annotated this and colored it. You can copy what I did or come up with your own system, but you need to somehow show your annotation. All right. Here's some more where I show the annotation and show the sequence that's the most important. This sequence comes in between these two. Actually, what this is an intron. This is that was spliced out. Here's your regular piece, and here are the sequences that are required to have splicing occur. So you're going to learn this next time, that you got to find the places where splicing the sequences that might indicate splicing is occurring nearby, and then find the piece that was actually spliced. That can be almost impossible sometimes. But here I took a picture off of some type of web app. All right, and I clipped it and put it on there. So these are the types of things I'm looking for. More splicing. All right. And this is kind of thing I'm looking for. Nothing fancy, but I do want you to take these slides like I have here, all right, and I want you to put them inside JamBoard. So each slide you'll have to turn into a JPEG. You'll have to upload it to each JPEG to JamBoard, all right, and then I want you to get together as a group. All right, someone will record, or maybe all of you will record, but you need to record your presentation. All right, so you'll be recording the screen, but you'll be talking, so you'll need microphones. You do not need a camera for this, but you do need mics in order to talk, and everybody on JamBoard, everybody that logs in, will be able to speak. So it can get noisy if everybody's talking at the same time, so kind of organize yourselves. And so I guess you could do this individually and then combine the video. If you know how to combine videos, you can do something like that. But I was thinking more that multiple people would be able to talk at the same time and explain, say, what they found. So you'd have multiple people talking, and they could talk and say, well, Susan, what do you think? Or, hey, Jim, what do you think here? What does this say to you? You know, be comfortable with it. I'm not looking for the most extraordinary presentation ever. I am looking for you to get the point across to me as to what you found out from your annotation and what you learned about your operon. So most of this will probably not be annotation. Most of this will probably be you trying to explain your operon. And so one reason that I like this is because you can do that here. So for instance, you can draw like I do. You can go and put in things like I can put in some text here. ACGT TAT. All right, so and AAAA CG. Let's take that and let's string this across so it'll get longer. So you can create that, and now we can do what? Well, I can create a little circle. All right, and I can move that, and we can talk about that as if, okay, here's RNA polymerase, and RNA polymerase is going to come down here. And what's it going to do? It's going to be attracted to the TATA right here. It's going to attach right here, and so you can be talking about this, but not only can you do that, you can also be using this. You can go here, and then after you've done all of that, and you can even write more permanently here. You can highlight the area that you think is the promoter. All right, you can go back here to our circle and you can move it, or oh, that created a new one, didn't mean to do that. All right, but we can click on this one and we can move it again and go, oh, and it moved down here. Here was the end, you know, here was our terminator and it fell off. You can do lots of things with this. It's just a matter of you practicing a little, seeing all the things that you can do. All right, you can erase. So I want you to use this when you give your presentation. And like I said, I don't think you'll need more than 20, but maybe one group will have a lot to say. You could split it up. You know, you could give 20 slides on how your operon works, and then have another set of slides to explain the annotation. And that might be legit. That might be where you have two sets, one explaining how the operon works, what it does, how it, you know, everything, and then one doing the annotation. That's kind of legit. You could even make two videos from that. Maybe not even just one. You make two videos of it. One video for the explanation of the operon and one video for the annotation. That would be fine. I'm fine with that. But that's what I'm looking for. Everybody will have to have a Gmail account to do this. So if you don't have one, you'll need to get one. And then someone will need to record it. If not more than one of you will have to record it while you're presenting. And you can do this all online, though you'll probably want to get together, everybody with their own laptop, log in and kind of put this together. You could also do it individually and then combine the videos into one. So everybody could make their own little part, and then you would just have to place the videos, figure out how to splice the videos together if everybody made a separate video. But I want everybody to use JamBoard. Okay, that's the one requirement. You must use JamBoard. How you get them together into a video is up to you at that point. Alright, that's the last video. I think that explains most everything. If you need more information on it, or if you need help on it, just let me know. I am still there Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays usually. And actually, I'm going to be there a little bit more often on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you need me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will probably be there around 2 every afternoon on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But you got to give me some warning because I'm not there every day. But I am going to be there more often than I have been.